The diplomatic station orbited the contested moon of Kepler, 442c, its hull gleaming against the backdrop of twin stars. Representatives from 17 species had gathered for the most important negotiation in galactic history, the selection of humanity's first interstellar ambassador. Captain Jake Morrison stood at the observation deck, watching the sleek vessels of various alien races dock with practiced precision. The weight of his species' future pressed down on his shoulders like a neutron star. 3 months of grueling interviews, cultural exchanges, and diplomatic tests had led to this moment. "Still nervous?" asked Commander Lisa Park, joining him at the viewport. "Terrified," Jake admitted, adjusting his formal uniform. The Helix Council could choose any species to represent humanity in the Greater Alliance. If they pick the Vortani or the Blue Collective instead of working directly with us, we'll be nothing more than a protected curiosity. Through the transparent aluminum, Jake could see the massive Vortani dreadnought, bristling with weapons that could crack planets. The Blue Collective's bioships pulsed with bioluminescent patterns that hurt human eyes to observe directly. Dozens of other vessels represented civilizations that had mastered faster-than-light travel, while humans were still discovering fire. The communication array chimed with an incoming message. "All candidates report to Council Chamber 7 immediately," announced a synthetic voice in perfect standard galactic. Jake made his way through the station's winding corridors, passing groups of alien diplomats engaged in hushed conversations. The atmosphere crackled with tension and barely contained ambition. Everyone wanted to be chosen as humanity's shepherd into the cosmic community. Council Chamber 7 was a vast spherical room with seating arranged in concentric circles around a central platform. Jake found his designated spot among the human delegation and tried to calm his racing heart. Around him, beings of impossible beauty and terrifying presence took their places with fluid grace. The chamber's lights dimmed as a figure materialized on the central platform. Counselor Arya stepped into view, and Jake's breath caught in his throat despite having met her several times before. She stood 7 feet tall with skin that shifted between deep purple and silver like liquid starlight. Her forearms moved with hypnotic grace, and her large luminous eyes seemed to hold the wisdom of millennia. "Honored representatives," Arya began, her voice resonating through hidden speakers in perfect harmony. "The evaluation period has concluded. We have observed, tested, and deliberated. The time has come to announce our decision." Jake's hands clenched involuntarily. 6 months ago, humanity had been a primitive species confined to one star system. The discovery of Earth by a Helix Council survey ship had changed everything overnight. Rather than face conquest or subjugation, humans had been offered something unprecedented, a chance to join the galactic community as equals. But equality came with conditions. Humanity needed a patron species, someone to vouch for their character and guide their integration. The competition had been fierce. The Vortani promised military protection and rapid technological advancement. The Blue Collective offered biological enhancement and extended lifespans. The crystalline nexus spoke of shared consciousness and universal peace. "Many species have sought this honor," Arya continued, her gaze sweeping across the assembled delegates. "Each has presented compelling arguments for why they should shepherd humanity's emergence into the greater galaxy." The Vortani representative, a towering being encased in ornate armor, leaned forward expectantly. The Blue Collective's ambassador, a graceful creature that seemed more energy than matter, pulsed with anticipation. Even the usually stoic Nexus delegation showed subtle signs of eagerness. Arya's eyes found Jake's across the vast chamber, and something passed between them, a moment of connection that transcended species barriers. "However," she said, her voice carrying a note of finality, "the Council has reached a unanimous decision." The silence stretched like a taut wire ready to snap. Jake could hear his own heartbeat echoing in his ears. "We choose to work directly with humanity. No patron species will be assigned." The chamber erupted in shocked murmurs and heated exchanges. The Vortani representative slammed a gauntleted fist against his armrest, while the Blue Collective's ambassador flickered with agitation. Jake sat frozen, unable to process what he had just heard. "This is unprecedented," boomed the Nexus delegation's speaker, its crystalline form resonating with harmonic overtones. "No species has ever been granted direct membership without a patron. The risk of cultural contamination." Arya raised one of her 4 hands, and silence fell instantly. "The Council's decision is final. Humanity has demonstrated qualities that make them uniquely suited for independent membership. Their adaptability, creativity, and what they call stubborn determination have impressed even our most skeptical members." As the other delegations filed out in various states of displeasure and bewilderment, Arya approached the human section. Up close, her alien beauty was even more striking, but it was her expression, something almost resembling fondness, that caught Jake off guard. "Captain Morrison," she said, inclining her elongated head slightly. "I believe congratulations are in order." "I don't understand," Jake managed, finding his voice at last. "Why us? The Vortani have protected dozens of emerging species. The Blue Collective has successfully integrated 23 civilizations into the Alliance. We're just humans. We barely figured out space travel 50 years ago." Arya's large eyes seemed to twinkle with something that might have been amusement. "Perhaps that is precisely why. Do you know how many species have looked upon the vastness of space and simply accepted that they were small and insignificant? Most choose the safe path, seeking shelter under the wing of greater powers." She moved closer, her presence somehow both alien and comforting. But humans looked at the infinite cosmos and decided to explore it anyway. When faced with impossible odds, you adapt and overcome. When told something cannot be done, you find a way to do it regardless. These qualities cannot be taught or granted by a patron species. They must be earned through trial and adversity. Jake felt the weight of her words settling over him like a mantle of responsibility. "Many sought to guide you," Arya continued, her voice dropping to a more intimate tone, "but you are the ones I choose to stand as equals among the stars." The implications hit him like a solar flare. Humanity would not be coddled or protected. They would face the challenges of galactic citizenship head-on, with all the risks and opportunities that entailed. It was terrifying and exhilarating in equal measure. "The path ahead will not be easy," Arya warned, but her expression remained warm. "There will be those who question our decision, who will test humanity's resolve. But I have observed your species carefully, Captain Morrison. You possess something rare in this galaxy, the ability to face the unknown with hope rather than fear." As Jake looked into those ancient, wise eyes, he realized that humanity had just been given the greatest gift imaginable, the chance to forge their own destiny among the stars, guided not by the protective hand of a patron, but by their own unquenchable spirit of discovery. The future stretched before them, vast and uncertain, but humanity would meet it as they always had, together, unbowed, and ready for whatever wonders awaited in the cosmic dark.